You, as an owner of a property, have to look at all those options. And that's why I say, and no one can tell you, yes, raise the rents every year. Because no, yes and no. It depends on your finances. Yeah, raise the rents every year and bump them up extraordinarily high, and you're going to cost yourself a lot more money. So that's where raising rents can actually lose you money. Hello, everyone. Alex Deacon again. Today's topic, we're going to talk about rents, increasing rents, decreasing rents, and how potentially not increasing rents can make you a better return on investment. So the question I get a lot from our owners and other investors is, yeah, how much should I raise the rent every year? There are so many different opinions on this. So I'm just going to give you my twist on it. And I'll also explain to you how I changed the way I think about it also. So in the past, I was never a proponent of increasing rents. I just never did it. I just felt that I was more scared of losing tenants and so on and so forth. And there is some validity in that, but increasing the rents every year is really something that you probably need to do, even though it doesn't have to, you don't have to take advantage of the tenants, but you do have to understand that everything is going up. Gas prices, natural gas prices to heat the house, electricity increase, insurance goes up, especially now where inflation's like 10%. So, it's not a bad idea to just have a percentage increase every year, at least in your business model. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it every year, but I was never a proponent of that. And in the past 2, 3, this will be going on the third year, I've increased my rents a small incremental amount every year. I have some tenants that have been with me 15 years, and I don't want to bump their rent up $200. I just think that's very unfair, and it catches them off guard. So on some of them, the rents were very low. Like, let's say, for example, it should be renting for $800 and I'm renting it for $650. I'm not going to bump the rent up to $800 right away. I'm going to bump their rent up to $75. And then maybe the next year, $50. And then every year thereafter, at my discretion, I might raise it 3 or 4 or 5%, just depending on the market. So you don't want to do that to take advantage of the tenants, because what can happen there, and remember this also, you don't want to lose tenants. Let's say the market rent's $800. I'm renting it for $650. I'm like, you know what? I need to get $825. Let's bump the rent up to $825. The tenant is like, no, I can't afford that. Well, then you have to leave. So the tenant leaves. Now, what you need to think about as an owner is, what is it going to take me to get that property ready to rent again? So a tenant's been there 15 years. And let's say I hadn't touched that property, or that property inside hasn't been touched in 25 years, right? Maybe I painted it and put flooring in when they moved in, but 15 years later, it's going to need paint. It's going to need probably some or all the flooring. And it might even need some updating. So you get into that unit, you realize that, man, this kitchen really needs replaced. I can't repair these cabinets anymore. The appliances are so old. It's going to cost me $8,000 for the kitchen, $4,000 for flooring, $3,000 for paint and plaster repair, some exterior lighting, some new lighting on the inside, maybe a new door here, new door there. Maybe it's time to add central air so I can get more rent. I mean, it's adding up to $20,000. If it's going to cost you $20,000, and now you can get $950 a month in rent. So let's do this. Just do the quick math. You were getting $650. Market rent's like $8 or $825, but you're going to upgrade it. You're going to get $950. Okay. You probably could have kept that tenant at $700 or $725. Kept them happy, not had to spend anything. Instead, you kick them out. Now you lose 2, 3, 4 months rent, or 5 months, because the tenant moves out. You have to get in there, get estimates, get the work done, then start marketing it and get a tenant in there. It's 6 months. So you've lost $725 a month because you raised the rent. You lost $5,000, $4,500. Oh, and you have to pay your property management company a finder's fee. So it's an easy. You've lost $5,000 in income. So that $20,000 rehab just actually cost you $25,000. And that's fine. If you have $25,000 and you want to reinvest it, you get to write that off your taxes, and you're going to get a increased cash flow, and you're going to increase the value of your property. No problem. If you don't have $25,000, which a lot of people don't, I didn't for a very long time. And that's what caused me to be afraid to raise rents, because I'm like, dang, if that person moves out, that's 25. And if this person moves out, that's 15,000. If that other person moves out, that's going to cost me 5 to rehab that. I don't have $45,000. So you had to put 25,000 into 20, plus you lost 5 in rent generated. Now you're making $950 a month. So you went from $725 to $950, which is $225. That is, let's just round up and say about $3,000 more a year in income. But you had to spend $25,000 to get that extra $3,000. Is it worth it? You, as an owner of a property, have to look at all those options. And that's why I say, and no one can tell you, yes, raise the rents every year. Because no, it's yes and no. It depends on your finances. Yeah, raise the rents every year and bump them up extraordinarily high, and you're going to cost yourself a lot more money. So that's where raising rents can actually lose you money. Short term, it will lose you money. So just be careful when you're considering that. And when you talk to your property manager and they explain to you, well, these are the going rents right now, you understand that, that property needs a lot of work. Are you sure you want to raise their rent from $650 to $850? Or why don't we just bump it up to $700 this year, $750 next year, and then maybe cap it around $800, and then we'll take it from there. And let the tenant know that. Look, because tenants aren't stupid. They're not going to be happy when you raise their rent. Trust me, doesn't matter if it's $10. If you give them options like, look, Mr. or Mrs. Tenant, I have to raise your rent. Everything is going up. I have to be closer to market value. You've been a great tenant. I don't want to lose you as a tenant, and therefore I'm not going to ask for market rent right now. So what I propose is, why don't we raise the rent $50 this year, $50 next year, and $50 the year after, versus, and you're still under market, versus just raising it $200 right now. Okay, is that fair enough? Sounds reasonable to me, right? Well, it is, but the tenants are going to, when they hear that, they're going to come up with a laundry list of stuff that needs done. I get it. Okay, maybe we'll do some painting, and maybe it's time to do some flooring. I'll raise the rent $50 and do nothing. Or why don't we raise the rent $150 or $200, and I'll put new carpet and I'll have it painted with a $5,000 cap or a $3,000 cap. 99% of the time. And I've been doing this for a couple of years now, raising the rent and giving options, about 3 years. I've never had anybody say, yeah, let's raise it. You know what? Let's go $200 because I want new carpet and paint. When it's their money, it changes things. And it's just human nature. It's human nature. And once they hear the options, $50 for me, and I'll just live with this paint and carpet like I have for 10 years, and it's not bothered me. Or the $200 and I can get new carpet and paint. They always pick the $50 option. So you give them the option, let them choose how much the rent's going to go up. So they have some say in it. Now, the other thing the tenants are going to do is they're going to, as soon as they hear a rent increase, they're going to start looking. So it will be an initial shock to the tenant, but then if you're fair and you do it correctly, they're going to realize that they're still getting a good deal and you're getting your rent increase. So I hope this was helpful. And also, you can always email me if you want to get my opinion on, should I raise the rent? How much should I raise it? And I have to gather more information to give you a more educated answer. And I'll never give you an answer like, yes, you should do this, but I'll give you options. This is what will happen if you do this. If you go this direction, you're going to get these results. If you go this direction, I want to give you options so you can make the best decision based on your finances and your business model and how you want to run your portfolio. I'm always available by email, alex@alexdeacon.com. You can follow me on my YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook. And I'm here to help, and I enjoy doing it. You have a great day.